This tiny camera has completely changed how I film bike rides. The latest Insta360 Go Ultra, available in a very cool, very fetching Tadej Pogacar Special Edition. If you want to capture amazing video when riding and racing like this, then this is a camera for you. It's not because it's the highest resolution, because it's not compared to the Ace Pro 2, but because it's small, compact, lightweight, and very versatile, with a range of mounts for fitting on your bike or person for full creative freedom. And after using it for the last few months, so all my riding and racing on road and off road on a gravel bike, here are 5 reasons why it's my favourite camera. It's actually 2 cameras in one. Like this, it's smaller than a GoPro with a large 2.5-inch flip-up screen for vlogging, for checking the angles are good, and for checking back footage after a ride or race. But then you press a button and a camera removes from the action pod, leave that at home or in your pocket, and that is a fantastic high quality 4K camera on its own. And you can mount it anywhere on the bike, on your body. It's small, compact, you won't notice it when wearing it at all, and gets amazing immersive point of view video angles really easily. And when you mount it on the handlebars, which I like to do, it's much less obvious and less heavy than a GoPro or similar action camera. And you wear it on the pendant beneath my jersey for a really good point of view shot when you're riding down your favourite trail or taking part in a road race. Put on the helmet, essentially put it anywhere you want with a massive range of accessories to capture any angle you want. And while the resolution isn't as high as a flagship Ace Pro 2, which shoots in 8K, it still shoots in 4K at 60 frames per second, despite being that small. Got a new larger sensor than before and captures more of the light and more of the scene than ever before, and a range of angles from mega view to linear for whatever you're doing, vlogging or riding down your favorite trail or road. And where the camera gets really interesting is the massive range of accessories for mounting the camera in the action pod or the camera on its own anywhere on your person or on the bike. There are loads of accessories, and you get loads in the Tadej Pogacar Special Edition box as well, for mounting the whole camera on your helmet, on your handlebars, on a seat tube, or the camera on its own. And then the best feature is the magnet on the back of the camera itself. And wearing the pendant underneath my jersey, you can do that. How cool is that? That is bloody ace. So that allows you to mount it for that point of view when you're riding down a trail or bike. The only downside to this mount here is if you have quite an extreme position, like on an aero race bike, is to point down too much. So there is a solution for that. This handy mount here. You simply put the camera in there, put that on there, adjust the angle. Hey presto, how easy is that? Small cameras like this usually mean, in the past anyway, compromised image quality, but that with the Go Ultra isn't the case at all. It shoots unbelievably in amazing 4K 60 frames per second quality with a super wide 156-degree lens and a brand new upgraded sensor. And the image quality it shoots, while not as amazing as the Ace Pro 2 in its 8K glory, it is very close indeed, and good enough for YouTube and good enough for most of us. And there's horizon lock, so if it's mounted at a funny angle, it'll level it out nicely. The flow state stabilization is impressive in how it can smooth out even the roughest trail you might be tumbling down. There's a high dynamic range, suitable for bright sunny days like today. There's pure video for shooting at night time and in low light conditions. And the microphone in the front captures really good audio as well. And honestly, unless you're pixel peeping, it's as good as my Ace Pro 2. Getting video from here via the desktop studio app or the smartphone app out to the wider world or your friends and family is just fantastic. And the whole workflow process is a breeze. It's as easy as choosing AI and you select the clips you want, and then it makes an edit for you in landscape or portrait as long as you want. It adds music, adds titles, transitions, the templates on there. It does all the hard work for you. It really is easy to create a cool video from the camera So it's super easy to edit a video from any bike ride or race using AI, or you can go manual and go pro and edit the videos yourself, or download them onto your desktop computer to edit in Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere. So different levels depending on your experience and expertise and what you want from using a camera like this. So as easy as you want it to be, and it really is very easy, or more experience if you want it. And then the best feature by far of this camera, and the same on the other cameras as well, is the stats dashboard. So you can bring in data from a Garmin or Strava or Apple, and it will display data like your speed, your distance, elevation, temperature, the route on the video footage. And there are different templates you can use, including a special Tadej Pogacar one and loads of other ones depending on your sort of stylistic preference. And it is one of my favorite features because it makes watching a video in my own videos more immersive and more enjoyable. When you see how fast someone's going or how much power they're putting out, how much power I'm putting out or not putting out, when you have that on display. And using the camera for the last few months, as I have done, I've realised it's made for cyclists with some useful features. The run time is plenty for the riding and racing I do. I'm not shooting an entire ride or race. I'm capturing 20 or 30 seconds of a good trail, a fun climb, descent, something happening, maybe a crash, and then editing that together into a cool little video when I get home. So the run time on paper doesn't sound like much, but in real world usage, it's plenty. The camera itself is waterproof, so great news if you live in the UK and riding through a British winter. And there's an SD card for capturing as much video as you want. I've got a nice 128 gig card in there, so plenty of storage capacity in there. The action pod itself isn't waterproof, it's splash proof because there's a USB-C charge port on the side. So for the style of filming I do, the runtime is more than adequate. So is the camera perfect? Well, no. If you're making cinematic videos for YouTube, then the Ace Pro 2 is a better choice. But if you're a cyclist wanting to capture riding and racing with less hassle and a focus on simplicity and usability, the Go Ultra is definitely worth considering. I use it all the time. It's my go-to camera for capturing riding and racing and for filming reviews here on Just Ride Bikes. And for full disclosure, this video, and indeed the entire channel, is sponsored and supported by Insta360 because I rate their products very highly indeed. They haven't sent me a script to read, they haven't told me what to say. They're my own unbiased thoughts and honest feedback on using the camera. And I genuinely believe it's the best camera on the market right now for that simplicity it offers and offering really good quality and a range of mounts and accessories too. And if you do want to buy the camera right now, there's an affiliate link down below which earns me a small fee which helps support the channel. So there we go, the Insta360 Go Ultra Tadej Pogacar Special Edition camera, available now, and definitely one to consider if you want to start filming and recording your bike ride. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon.